Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Nico Gonzalez as the Barca midfielder's move to Eurogiants FC Porto has been halted after a good offer arrives from La Liga. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Bernardo Silva, as President Joan Laporta is still very much crazy about the idea of bringing the player. So, guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Over the past few days, it appeared that Barca midfielder Nico Gonzalez would be on his way to FC Porto in the ongoing transfer window. The 21-year-old was informed by Xavi Hernandez that he will have a very limited role if he stayed at the club. As such, another exit, either on loan or permanently, with a repurchase option, was being considered. And it seems like Porto could be Nico's next destination, with talks reportedly being at an advanced stage. But according to a fresh update from Gerard Romero, the midfielder's transfer to the Portuguese Giants has come to a halt for now after he received a good offer from a club in La Liga. The update from Romero states that Nico had an agreement in place with Porto and everything was set for him to complete the move, but everything is now stopped after a concrete proposal arrived from a Spanish First Division outfit. As such, with the move to Porto now stalling, Nico is set to travel to the United States of America for Barcelona's pre-season camp in the hope of gaining some minutes that could help him find form and increase his market value. The 21-year-old La Masia graduate spent the last season on loan at Valencia, where he had a mixed spell that was riddled with injury problems. Now back at Barcelona, Nico does not have a space in Xavi's plans given the sheer number of options at the manager's disposal. The young star would be behind Pedri, Gavi, Frankie de Jong, Ilkay Gundogan, and Oriol Romeo, and would hardly feature on a regular basis. As such, a loan exit makes sense for Nico and a move to Porto could have been beneficial as they offer him Champions League football. But the operation has now stopped, and for now, the Spaniard will be going on pre-season tour with the Barcelona squad before a decision on his future is made. Of course, Nico Gonzalez's future now looks more away from Barca, but it is not for a permanent move, it is for a loan move. Of course, there have been a lot of clubs showing interest in Spain, and of course, Porto in Portugal has been the most talked about as they look as the realistic place for him to go. But now with this report claiming that as negotiations were going on, it have come to a halt as an unknown club in Spain have made an astronomical offer. So the player's future is still undecided, his destination is still not known, but even up to this point, it has been reported that Porto remains the ideal destination for the player. Of course, Nico is a good player. He went on loan to Valencia last season for game time so that he can gain that valuable experience as well. But it was quite unfortunate that the loan spell last season did not do any good for him. He had a lot of injuries and it was not the best of seasons, and Xavi was not convinced to incorporate him to his plans. Despite reports also earlier saying how, Gecko and some other members of the Barca administration were trying to urge Xavi to bring in Nico and give him the trust to also play for the pivot role as Busquets have left the club, unlike going for a 31-year-old player in Oriol Romeo. But Xavi refused and said Nico needs to be more mature and he needs more experience. That is why he had to choose Oriol Romeo, who was officially announced yesterday as a Barcelona player. So Nico knows for sure that staying at this club will do him no good because the competition in midfield is very, very crazily, in fact, it's so fierce, where he would just destroy his career if he wants to stay. And Javi himself had advised him already that, look, for your own good, look for another club to go on loan until you convince us, then we can start thinking twice of bringing you back to start playing some first team football. And of course, I think the player cannot oppose to such suggestions because he's a player who have high desires, he has high ambitions, and of course, any player of that age would like to play more minutes. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Barcelona's links with Bernardo Silva come as a pleasant surprise. The Catalans are struggling with their finances, and for them to target a player valued at over 80 million is so unusual, yet it speaks volumes about their pool. It is clear that Barca cannot come remotely close to signing Portuguese star Bernardo Silva. Silva dreams of wearing Barca's shirt, but the club will first have to ensure some big name departure. Barca president Laporta was casually asked about possibility of signing Bernardo for Barca this summer, and his reply spoke volumes about the inclination of Barca's administration. He said, "Yes, I would like to sign him." He said without breaking a sweat, indirectly confirming Barca's pursuit of the player. Barca currently working so hard to secure departures, but it is clear that the situations of players like Frank Hissier, Ferran Torres, and Ansu Fati take center stage now. The Portuguese star former teammate Ilkay Gundogan, when asked about the possibility of him joining the club during presentation as a Barca player yesterday, understandably, however, Gundogan opted for the safer route out by saying that he is an incredible player. I think he has made qualities to be a high-level player, but he has a contract with City, so I can say very little. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.